deliberations and a process that I think that we will continue to build upon as we move forward in the upcoming year. And so those are my comments, and I'm looking forward to, as I said, to working with each and every one of you, and as we continue to address our responsibilities as commissioners on this committee. Next item on the agenda.
Item C, approval of the minutes from the December 6, 2022 meeting.
So moved.
Is there support? It's been moved and supported. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? This item stands approved. Next item on the agenda.
Item D, unfinished business. There is none. We're moving to item E1 of new business. Number 1, requesting commission approval of budget adjustment 2023-35040, certifying revenue in the county park fund.
Is there anyone here to speak to this?
Mr. Chair, Commissioner Kinlock, Alicia Bradford, Wayne County Parks Director.
Yes, you may proceed. Ms. Bradford? Okay, they can't hear us? Okay, thank you. Okay. Okay, so they can't hear us right now. They're working on this, I guess, the sound issue. But in the narrative is basically requesting approval of proposed amendment to the appropriation ordinance in accordance with the budget adjustment. And let me recognize Mr. Adams. Are you able to elaborate and give some additional information as relates to this item?
Well, through the chair, I was going to say Deputy Budget Director Jake Brower is in the audience, so he may have information on the item.
Thank you.
And my apologies, Mr. Chair, Alicia Bradford, I am back. I had some technical difficulties to just drop the Zoom meeting from my laptop in the office.
Thank you.
So do you want me to resume, or are you moved on to another item?
Oh, you can continue. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So this is DTE portion of their revenues. When they do particular utility work within our parks division and within our park system, if they have to remove a certain number of trees of specific caliber, healthy trees, to improve their utility support to the residents, that we have a tree standard replacement plan that they have to follow. And so they have to replace a certain number of trees per the trees that they remove that are 6 feet in diameter or more within our park system. So this is the revenues that we receive from a permit of removal work that they did in 21-22.
Okay. Thank you. Are there any questions from the committee members? Commissioner Anderson.
Thank you. Alicia, I just wanted to ask a quick question about those trees. Are they going to be in the same areas as the trees that were removed, or are they in a bank area, or how are they distributed then when they're replanted?
Thank you. Through the chair, Commissioner Anderson, what we do is try to reforest the particular area that they've been removed. Some that they're, within the heavily forested area, so we don't need to remove them there. We will put them in some other areas that we need replacement, or we've utilized the funds with approval to do maintenance and other projects for our ball diamonds and other beautification projects within the parks.
Okay, and they have to be a comparable size. I don't think they would be able to be quite as large probably, but is it specified how large the trees will be?
Yes, our standards call for specification, and depending on the diameter, they have to basically replace 2 trees for the I guess the price of 1. So 1 tree that they remove, they have to replace at least 2 to 3 based on our standards that we have set forth.
Okay, all right. They're probably in the 4 to 6 inch range.
That's correct.
Okay.
That's correct.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes, Commissioner Clemente.
Thank you, Chair. Ms. Bradford, what type of trees are we using when we are planting in Michigan?
I'll just tell you offhand, I get the answer back to you, but it does, according to our specification, what are basically indigenous for this area that require low with able to withstand the weather. So, definitely cottonwoods, but I am not well versed in it off the top of my head, but I can review our tree standards and let you know the type of trees that we have replaced once they're removed.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Commissioner Scott, then Commissioner Baker McCormick.
Well, I guess that's not on. Thank you, Mr. Chair. I just wanted to ask Ms. Bradford, where are these parks located where these trees are being removed?
The majority, through the chair, Commissioner Coleman, I'm sorry, Commissioner, the majority of the, I know, I just said Commissioner, I'm sorry. Majority of the trees are within Hines Park system. So they're within the Wayne County Park owned parks. So there, a lot of them are being removed in the Hines Park system, some within Bell Creek, but the majority of them are along Hines Park.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
My
you.
apologies, Commissioner Scott. Thank you.
Commissioner Baker McCormick.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So part of the question the commissioner asked, but I just wanted to clarify, do we plant any flower blooming trees at all?
Through the chair, Commissioner Baker McCormick, no, we do not. Flowering trees are really not those that we would like to plant within specific areas outside of our comfort station. We may do some flowering shrubs just because they are food for deer and other animals that require a huge amount of maintenance. And some of them are basically perennials opposed to annuals type of shrubbery. So we don't put those in our park system.
Missed your statement as to why DTE is placing them.
I'm sorry, I did not hear your full question. It broke up.
Is there a reason why DTE is replacing trees? I may have missed that earlier.
Well, one, through the chair, Commissioner Baker McCormick, we basically do not want them to come in and just swath and remove a multiple amount of trees to support their utility. We understand the importance of supporting the utility for the residents, but this is a park system. Part of it is reforestation. Part of it is trees within areas. And also we know trees remove the carbon dioxide footprint within the community. So based on that, you know, we know that there are trees healthy trees that will have to be removed in order to support that. And we ask that they replace those in order to just continue to create that footprint and to have the reforestation within the park system.
Okay, so this is trees that they are removing due to power lines, and then they're replacing. Is that correct?
Through the chair, that is correct. That is their power lines or whatever they need infrastructure to support, improve, update their utility system to the residents.
Great. And trees that are removed that are in the medians, are they all being replaced as well?
Through the chair, Commissioner Baker McCormick, the majority of our trees are not in medians. The majority of our trees are within the parks system in itself. So we don't have per se medians. So it's not any right of way medians that's under Wayne County purview. This is specifically for parks. There may be something that they're doing in the right of way that is not through my division. That would be through engineering or roads.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Commissioner Scott.
Thank you for calling on me again. Since she mentioned the flowers, I've had some constituents that wants to put some flowers in the medium, but then she just said that they don't do the medium. So who does the medium?
Through the chair, Commissioner Scott, thank you. That would be the roads or engineering division. So if that particular request, I would, should refer that request over to them to see what type of reforestation or planning they do within the Wayne County medians.
Sorry, I didn't get that.
I said that would be either the engineering or roads division of DPS that would have the responsibility, and most likely believe it's roads and their forestry division, if they're responsible for the tree replacement or or planting of flowers within the Wayne County-owned medians. I know there are particular communities that do it even on the county property with a specific approval. Specifically, the city of Detroit and other communities that may do that with specific approval.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Are there any additional questions for this item? Chair will entertain a motion. What is your pleasure?
Move to approve.
Support.
Been moved and supported. All those that we have to do a roll call? Yes. And Madam Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Yes.
Commissioner Baker McCormick,
Yes.
Commissioner Marecki, Commissioner Clemente,
Yes.
Commissioner Anderson,
Yes.
Vice Chair Baydoun,
Yes.
Chair Kinlock,
Yes.
motion carries.
Thank you. Next item on the motion passes. Next item on the agenda.
Item 2, requesting commission approval of budget adjustment 2023-35052, certifying revenue and reallocating expenditures in the general fund.
And who from the administration will be speaking to this? Is this a Samaya item?
Yes, sir. Through the chair, Sumaya Harb, Director of Administration at the Sheriff's Office. We receive annual grants from the Michigan State Police for our secondary roads. And this budget adjustment is to certify revenue above and beyond what we had budgeted for fiscal year 2023.
Thank you. Commissioners, do you have any questions on this item? Commissioner Meraki.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chair. Samaya, this is going to be 100% funded from the state at this point, the secondary roads? unit?
Through the chair, secondary roads is always fully funded from the state police, Michigan State Police. We do not have general fund, general purpose in that business unit.
Yeah, which I'm glad about. How many, I know I've asked these questions in the past, how many of our sheriffs are assigned to this secondary road unit?
When we first got our first allotment from the state police, we had 7 officers, 2 sergeants, a deputy, 4 corporals, and 1 corporal who does part of the time with secondary roads. But because we received an additional money, I think it was in November, we added that we would like to have 7 more positions. We're working on those. They have not been filled, but that's in total, we're hoping to have 15.
So these people are hired separately? I mean, are we taking sheriffs from the jails?
No, we don't hire them separately. We would have to post, and the officers who are interested, they will bid on it. And if they successfully bid on it, then they can go into those positions. We can take them from the jails, from road patrol, from the Marine unit, from the courts. It's whoever bids on the positions.
And this is not in our charter that we have to do this, correct?
I have to go back and look. If you don't mind, I can send you the answer to
Sure.
that. I don't know if it's, yeah, I have to go back and look.
Through the chair, okay.
You trying to get Felicia?
Yeah, I
Yes.
was I know she's looking at it, but I don't want to put her on the spot.
Samaya? Yes, go ahead, ma'am.
I'm still here, sir.
One moment. Okay. Samaya, my question for you is how many secondary roads actually are within the boundaries of the city of Detroit?
It has any county roads. There's few secondary roads in Detroit, but not all of them. I would have to go back to Captain Sims and I can get you that information.
Is there a map or something that we can refer individuals to and also that the commission can have where we can actually see those?
I will pose that question. If there is any, I will definitely share it with you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't want to put Felicia on the spot. This is something, okay, I can look up.
Through the chair. So under the charter and state law, the sheriff is responsible for obviously the jails. Under the charter, he's also responsible for parks and patrolling the parks. I'm not sure if secondary roads does that, There may be some state statute that refers to secondary roads. I just can't recall off the top of my head, so I'll have to get back to you with regards to that. But this charter doesn't specifically address secondary roads.
Okay. All right. Yeah, so I don't know if the parks is considered secondary roads. Okay, and this is something I can look up. I was just asking this question. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Are there any additional questions? Any additional questions? At this time, motion is in order for item number 2.
So moved.
It's been moved by Vice Chair Baidoon. Is there a second? And who is supported by Commissioner Scott? Been moved and supported. All those in favor? No, we have to do a roll call. Thank you.
Commissioner Scott,
Yes.
Commissioner Baker McCormick,
Yes.
Commissioner Marecki, Commissioner Clemente,
Yes.
Commissioner Anderson,
Yes.
Vice Chair Baidoon,
Yes.
Chair Kinlock,
Yes,
motion carries.
thank you. Next item on the agenda.
Item number 3, requesting commission approval of budget adjustment 2020 335,070, reallocating expenditures in the general fund.
Thank you. Good afternoon.
Jenny Wright, Deputy Register of Deeds Finance. This adjustment is just putting money into the account. We were refreshing our printers last year, so the money was budgeted last year. Of course, because of the chip shortage, we didn't get them, so now I have to put the money back in.
Yeah, we're faced with that too. Okay, do you have any questions of Ms. Wright? Okay,
Support.
been moved and supported. Roll call.
Commissioner Scott,
Yes.
Commissioner Baker McCormick, Commissioner Marecki, Commissioner Clemente,
Yes.
Commissioner Anderson,
Yes.
Vice Chair Baidoon,
Yes.
Chair Kinlock,
Yes,
motion carries.
thank you. Next item on the agenda.
Item F, such other matters as may be properly submitted before the committee.
I know of none. Next item on the agenda.
Item G, public comments.
Are there any individuals who are present in the commission chambers who would like to address this committee? Madam Clerk, is there anyone on Zoom who have with their hand raised?
I don't see any hands.
Did we receive any communications?
No emails were received.
Okay, thank you. Next item on the agenda.
Item H, adjournment.
Support.
Been moved and supported to adjourn. All those in favor signify by saying aye.